Welcome everybody to the No Holds Barred podcast. This is a new segment that we're debuting called Take This, and I believe that Impact Wrestling is taking from the Hardys, looking to take money off of their plate to feed the families. Because at the end of the day, David, you have to agree with me, right? That Impact Wrestling, the fact that the Hardys came to Impact to begin with and gave them so much buzz, gave them so much revenue and interest at that. It's a crime that they want to own the broken character, the broken gimmick at the same time, because the Hardys, they're legends, but I think it's mighty smart of them to go to the WWE at this point in time. There's a new crop of talent. They could be able to improve the SmackDown tag team division. They could be able to have a great segment with the Usos and elevate them, have a brother versus brother rivalry. They could be able to work with the Vaudevillains and elevate them. They could be able to work with the Ascension. You never know. They could be able to make Breezango seem serious, but also comedic. And the Hardys, they're the jack of all trades. You can see Jeff Hardy feuding with Bray Wyatt. I could see Matt Hardy feuding with John Cena. I could see the both of them, being inducted into the Hall of Fame because they are up there at that age. They are legends in the business, and they have a lot to offer. They can even go, David, into NXT and teach some of these tag teams in the Performance Center to be a lot better, to own their gimmick, to show off their personas, and to take their talents to a whole nother level like they did back in the 90s and today at that. And at the same time, it's just an awesome move for them. I really can't wait to see them back in the WWE. Go Hardys. And this is Take This, and stay tuned for our predictions of WrestleMania 33. Thank you so much.
What's up, David? What we debating today, Marcus? It's time to start the show. Yeah, it's time to start the show. Off the top rope, 4-figure leg lock. Ric Flair with the chest chop. Haterers wonder why I never tap out. A young king like the Marcus. Undertaker with a coffin. Choke slam so often. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, the boy keep flossing. Man, the boy keep talking. I'm with David. I'm with Marcus.
What's up, wrestling fans?
And I got
I'm Marcus Garrett,
and I'm David Joseph.
And this is the No Holds Barred podcast. Our mission statement is to provide reviews and our opinion on sports entertainment and professional wrestling as a whole. Now on today's show, we're going to talk about WrestleMania 33. But before we get into that, this is actually a very important time in this podcast. Today actually marks 1 year of the No Holds Barred podcast running. And we have you guys to thank. Thank you for being with us on this journey. It's been awesome. It's been fun. You guys have been very great being supportive as you are. And we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.
We thank all of you that have took the time, even if you took 30 seconds out of your day to view a video off of our video podcast. We thank you for that. We thank you for those who support us near and far. Thank you. Continue on this journey with us. We're only going nowhere but up. Let's talk some WrestleMania.
Let's do it up.
I'm ready.
Man. Let's go. All right.
First show, the kickoff show. No matter how you feel about it, it is on the kickoff show. I'm not too eager about it either. But let's talk about the Cruiserweight title match. Austin Aries going one-on-one with the self-proclaimed king of the Cruiserweights. This is going to be a sleeper. Marcus, what are your thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts first.
Honestly, this could honestly be match of the night.
Possibly.
But I think there's going to be other matches of the night as well, too. Mm-hmm. But this match is going to honestly establish Neville as the king of the Cruiserweights. But at the same time, I just want to say, I just feel like it's a bit too soon for Austin Aries to get this match against Neville, because I feel like Austin Aries should be booked like how CM Punk was booked in ECW. By the time he got to John Morrison, he beat everybody on the roster, and it gave him a lot more momentum going forward. It's like Austin Aries only beat like Tony Nese and like one other guy, and then boom, he automatically gets a Cruiserweight title shot. Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? But all in all, it's still a great matchup, but I just think that Neville should retain the Cruiserweight Championship and continue to establish the fact that he is the best in the division, very self-proclaimed that is. And I think Austin Aries' time will be towards the end of the year.
I appreciate everything you just said, and you were spot on with all you just said, because Neville's been batting 1,000. If there was ever a heel turn that benefited somebody's character very well, it would be Neville when it comes to the WWE landscape right now. But I'm going to say Austin Aries takes this win.
Wow.
I'm going to say Austin Aries takes this win.
Wow.
I think as well as Neville has been doing, Austin Aries could take the cruiserweight division to an even higher level. And let's be honest, Marcus, you are right from the perspective that Austin Aries just started getting active and just started beating some lower card cruiserweights. But let's be honest, if Austin Aries doesn't do it, what babyface are you gonna have do it?
Well, I
mean, he technically has to do it.
There's Akira Tozawa. I mean, he's on the horizon.
He's
He's the Daniel Bryan of the cruiserweight division. Is something he has to crowd behind.
He has potential, but he's not ready. And then you have Rick Swann, who already had the title. He doesn't need it anytime soon. And then you have Cedric Alexander, who I just heard just got hurt actually.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So Austin Aries is the only babyface that is positioned well enough to have a program with Neville, and the best way for this program to continue is for Austin Aries to get this win so Neville could be the heated heel that wants his title back.
But at the same time, he's kind of already heated because, Americans, they make fun of his accent. They don't necessarily understand him. That's the character, but it's like Neville, he only had the title for 2-3 months. Shouldn't a champion of a division have the title for more than 3 months, maybe 6 months to a year even?
Yeah, ideally, but I think in this particular situation, they got a situation where it's Austin Aries and Neville, and then there's everybody else, No, nobody else has really gained that much ground yet. So you kind of have to stick with those two for a long-term program. And you could go the way of having Aries be a chaser, but something tells me he would be a good champion.
Well, either way, the division will benefit.
Yeah, either way, I think those two should continue to share the spotlight and work with one another.
Absolutely.
Moving on to the next match, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, a.k.a. throw everybody in the ring with no story and just have them go at it so they can get on screen and be a part of the WrestleMania. But all jokes aside, this has Braun Strowman written all over it.
Yeah.
Have him eliminate damn near 10 to 12 people. Hey, damn near have him eliminate everybody if you have to.
Yeah.
Have him look dominant. But as I said to you the other day off camera, Marcus, how cool would it be if Braun Strowman tears through everyone, and then at the end of it all, we get a standoff with Luke Harper and Braun Strowman, two guys that arguably, you could argue, deserve a bigger spotlight, and have them play up that history with the Wyatt family, have them stand off, have them do a little back and forth, but ultimately Braun gets the best of them.
I hear you.
I
mean, and don't get me wrong, that's some phenomenal booking on your part, but at the same time, Luke Harper's on SmackDown, Braun is on Raw. Are you really going to cross the lines at WrestleMania?
Well, it's a Battle Royal.
Well,
it's SmackDown and Raw.
He is in it. That's true. That's true. But I would use Luke Harper in another way, but I'll get to that.
Okay. All right.
But all in all, I agree with you. I believe that Braun Strowman should win the match because Andre the Giant was a beast and a monster, and why not have the monster of among men win? But not only does he win, but he tarnishes the legacy of Andre the Giant. He destroys the Andre the Giant trophy. Yes, I said it. He spits on it. He steps on it. He disrespects everything that he's done for the business, and he will be a pure heel at that. And honestly, the WWE needs a lot more pure heels at that. So I think Braun Strowman would be used very well in that capacity, in my opinion.
Six-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship is the next match on the card. It's going to be Mickie James versus Becky Lynch versus Carmella versus Natalya versus Alexa Bliss versus Naomi versus whoever they might decide they want to appear by surprise. I know there's been little rumors of Eva Marie or maybe Asuka making a surprise appearance, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think the hometown woman, Naomi, goes to Orlando, gets the SmackDown Women's Championship back. It was rightfully hers. The WWE threw her a bone, but she got a small minor injury, unfortunately, and had to give it back. But I think this is the right time to seize the opportunity with Naomi. She's not getting any younger, and she is pound for pound the most athletic diva in that ring. And I think she can do a lot more than she has done over the years.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Why not have her win, right, at WrestleMania in her hometown? And just it will be an awesome milestone for her to have a big win.
She's worked hard. She came from the bottom as a funkadactyl.
Legitimately.
What she is now. She worked hard, and it's always a bonus, I don't mean to make any viewers uncomfortable, but it's always a bonus when the world champ is black. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
absolutely.
be representing the black, woman. You know, we know what they've been going through as a whole in society around the world. So it would be a good PR move.
It'll be good too, but it'll be also a good family move because you got Naomi as the women's champion, the Usos are the tag team champions. They should finally come together as a dynasty. Yeah, you know,
think of that.
Have a nice stable. Yeah, some reality to it.
All right, moving on to the next match is the Fatal 4-Way for the Raw Women's Championship. It's going to be Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Charlotte. Marcus, I'm going to hand the mic to you.
So, before I actually get into my predictions, I think that the WWE creative team has done a lackluster job getting to this point as of late. To constantly have the title be hot potatoed from Charlotte to Sasha Banks, unexcusable. To have just, Sasha, she's miscasted right now. To have Bayley, she comes off as a heel at the moment right now. To not relinquish the title, I think that was a big mistake. So I think, honestly, they would benefit from having a monster like heel holding the Raw Women's title in Nia Jax. And I believe that she could be able to hold on to the title for a year. That's how they should book it, to establish some credibility back to the title. She just goes in there and annihilates them, and then I believe that Sasha Banks will then turn heel on Bayley because everybody sees it coming, so you don't necessarily have to swerve us. So I think that's just the way that they should go about doing that. Now, what you think?
I think every woman except for Bayley has a legitimate chance at this match because Bayley has been miscasted and portrayed. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
She's not being portrayed true to her
character. She doesn't resemble her NXT self at all. You know?
Not one bit. I agree with that, but I could make a legitimate case for Charlotte because to me, she is pound for pound the best all-around woman. You can never go wrong. She's a safe pick when you're coming to title matches. When it comes to title matches. Nia Jax, everything you just said is spot on. They could benefit from having a monster heel in the women's division, and I would like to see a dominant record-breaking run with that title.
Absolutely.
And Sasha Banks has a shot simply for the fact that you can tell they're planting seeds for her to turn on Bayley.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, I have Sasha Banks winning this match and turning on Bayley. It's elimination.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah,
wow.
I have it being booked in a way where she somehow screws Bayley and Bayley gets eliminated either first or second, and then Sasha Banks steals it.
Let me ask you a question.
She goes through a match, hustling her way to the top.
And that's a good way of going about it. I think there's plenty of time for Sasha Banks to do that. But the thing is, wouldn't that be Sasha Banks' third title run if she wins this Sunday?
Well, either way, Bayley's not retaining.
Of course not.
Regardless.
Not at all. It's not best for business for her to retain. I mean, I thought, honestly...
Why not put it on the person who's going to turn on her?
But there's plenty of time for that. And I think, honestly, if they are going to go through with the WWE draft, the night after, you never know. I think Sasha Banks should be on SmackDown. But all in all, it's just I just think Nia Jax would be the right person because it's like if you're watching wrestling for the first time, wouldn't you believe that the biggest woman in the ring would be the one to win as opposed to the one who's like the smallest?
Me personally, I ain't gonna front. I want Nia Jax to win, but I predicted. I try to do my predictions. I try to think like they would think, and I think they're looking at Sasha to play up a betrayal storyline.
Okay.
Moving on to the next match, the last-minute ladder match, the triple threat ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles. Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Sheamus and Cesaro. And in this match, I think the writing is on the wall. It's about damn time. Enzo Amore and Big Cass are going to take this win. And the crowd is going to pop for it. It's a smarter crowd. At the end of the day, even though I believe that Enzo and Cass could have been booked stronger with that whole Rusev debacle.
Oh, man.
I do think it is their time. They have waited a while. And the crowd, they're pretty over with the crowd. And the crowd will pop, so...
They are over, but
it'll be something nice to see.
It wouldn't be bad, but I think there's an idea that could take the division a little bit further. I believe, and I'm just gonna go right into it. I believe that the club will retain the tag team titles with the help from Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor's gonna make his return at Wrestlemainia.
As a bad guy.
As a bad guy, yes.
As a bad guy.
Because as a bad guy, he can now go after Seth Rollins, the guy who put him on the shelf for 8 months. You remember that? It would make storyline sense for him to get his revenge because he took him away from something that he loves to do, something that he wanted to do since he was a kid. It would make sense, and at the same time, I'm pretty sure everybody in that arena would pop for Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Finn Balor to just do the Too Sweet side together. The Bullet Club will reform. I think it will be awesome.
I'll give you credit for that, man. That was well booked. I didn't think of it from that perspective.
It's WrestleMania.
Now that you mention it, it would be pretty cool since Seth Rollins is like on the babyface side of the fence.
Exactly.
It would kind of be like a double turn in a sense, but we'll see, man. I'm going to look out for that one. We'll make sure to give him the credit, WWE, if he gets it right.
Please.
And last but not least, in this part one of our predictions for WrestleMania, Shane McMahon, the commissioner of SmackDown Live, going one-on-one versus AJ Styles. I think this is another sleeper match. A lot of people were, scoffing at the idea of Shane McMahon being AJ Styles' opponent. But honestly, AJ Styles, whatever you give him, he's going to turn it to gold. He's going to make the best out of it. And I think having Shane McMahon have been doing that. Just a lot of energy, and I feel this feud's really personal. Like, I feel like these guys really want to beat the hell out of each other. But I have AJ Styles winning this match fairly decisively. We're going to get a few big spots because these guys know how to do high-flying stunts. But let me ask you, Marcus, I'm pretty sure when it comes to this match, we both agree that AJ Styles will win. But in some respect for the future, I mean, we know Shane's going to have these matches every once in a while. And I know he's technically not a real wrestler, but doesn't it kind of hurt the novelty of him fighting if he's going to lose all the time? Play devil's advocate here.
Man. Okay,
he lost it. He lost to Undertaker. He got beat up by Brock Lesnar. He's most likely, you can't lose all the time.
I hear you, but
he got to win something to build, to put that belief in our mind that he could maybe beat somebody.
You're right. He will win in that match.
When is he going to get a win?
He's going to win the respect of AJ Styles because how I'm going to book it.
Participation
But it's a stamp of approval. It's the olive branch because I think ultimately in the match, AJ Styles is going to dominate Shane McMahon because the question in the match is, could Shane McMahon hang with AJ Styles in the ring? AJ Styles has been wrestling all of his life.
To some degree.
He's been training here and there. He wasn't necessarily a Kurt Angle-like wrestler, more or less. So I think it's just at the end of the match, after Shane is beaten down and takes the pinfall, AJ Styles helps him up, shakes his hand, raises his hand, points to him, everybody cheers.
Face turn. Not quite a face turn.
Actually, face turn for AJ Styles, and I'm gonna
got a lot of turns tonight.
It's WrestleMania. We have to pull out all the stops, man. Biggest show of the year. So I think that's the way to go about it.
All right, if you have any thoughts or if you agree with anything or disagree with anything you said, let us know. Let us know on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, on No Time Holds Barred Podcast, like our Facebook page at No Time Holds Barred Podcast. Stay tuned for part 2 of our WrestleMania predictions. We're going to break down Universal title match, WWE title match, KO versus Jericho, and more. Stay tuned.